Hey everyone, it's Michael here at Home Health Success Academy and 10xpatientreferrals.com. And in this video, we answer a real tough question that a lot of our clients are asking. A lot of people are actually looking everywhere. And the question is, how much do I charge for my services for my home care business? So, it's a tough question, right? And here's one thing you should not do when you're how much you should charge your home care services, right? You should never be the lowest priced person, okay? Because companies that charge the lowest price never stays for a long time, right? Because the thing though is you just don't have cash flow coming in with your company. So, I'm seeing like home care companies that are charging like $15, $16 an hour for services. And that just totally baffles me because I'm like, how much are you paying your caregivers? And if you're charging that much and you're paying your caregivers really, really low, like $9, $10, you're going to have a high turnover rate for your caregivers, for your employees, because they're going to go to the next company that can give them a patient, but then pay them $15, $14, $15, $16 with better benefits. Okay. So, and the truth is, I'll be honest with you guys, most of the time as we've seen, and, if you're not in this business yet, you're going to see it. You're going to see some home care companies that do some shady stuff and unfortunately are hiring illegals. And look, listen, there's nothing, I'm not going to say, I'm glad that they're providing jobs, but here's the thing, if you're going to be providing jobs for people, pay them right for the services that they have, right? And just imagine, the cash flow, so I want to talk about illegals. I'm talking about people that are not authorized to be able to work into this country. Just to let you guys know, more power to people hustling and want to be able to provide, for their family and everything. But if you're a company, you should not take advantage of people that way, right? So, and if you're just trying to get the money by just charging 16 to try to, bottom load things, that's really, really bad, right? And so, if you're not able to charge a higher rate, there's a potential chance that your business is not going to maintain as much. Now, MetLife, for example, if you guys know what MetLife is, it's an insurance company. They actually provide a yearly printout of the average pay for home care services depending on the city and state that you live in. And so that's something that you can actually get through the MetLife website, or you can just do a MetLife Home Care Services PDF, do a search, something like that online, and it should normally pop up every now and then if you want to be able to look for that. But what we're really seeing a lot in the ranges that we see of average agencies is between the rate of about $19 to about $29 for services, okay? And if you look at, for example, if you call around, and you should actually do this as a company, is do what you call a competition matrix. And what I would do is I would cold call home care companies in my area that I'm going up against, and I would actually say, hey, how much are your services? Oh, hi, I have a grandma who's actually moving in next month, and I just want to be able to know how much the services are. You do something like that, bring out your acting skills, and they'll tell you what the rates are. And that's an amazing thing, is to be able to know what you're competing against. But where we're seeing it a lot is between the $19 to the $29 range. For my organizations, we actually go after clients that can pay the higher rate. So we put up our rates at around $27, $28. But then there's a way to be able to discount that, and the way we discount that is if we tell a client, hey, you know what, if you do 32 hours a week or more, we can drop down the pricing by $1. If you want to do pre-billing, where we bill you a week ahead of time for the services, we'll drop off another $1. If you want to pay, for example, 1 month ahead of time, then we can drop off $2. So there's ways to kind of lower the rates if the money is where the patient or the client is really stuck at. That's their main objection. Now, just let you guys know, when in sales, I'm just going to give you guys a quick tip. It's never just about the money, right? Because remember, people are willing to buy a Louis Vuitton purse for thousands of dollars when you can buy an equally good leather, a leather bag for maybe $100, right? It's the perception of the services, perception of the product, right? So, we teach it in 10xpatientreferrals.com and in our consulting for our clients, how to be able to make a person look at your product as better than the others. And that's by providing, better services and more programs and services than the other agencies out there, or the perception of that, right? So, you guys have to understand is that how much should you charge? And in the end, it's going to be your choice, okay? It's your choice on what you want to do. For us, for example, we go after the higher end patients because they're able to pay, right? And we want to provide services for everybody. I mean, I feel bad for people that needs home care services, but they can't afford, even $15 an hour. When somebody says, that's out of our budget, guess what? The truth is, before you decided to find services for your mom or your loved one, this was never in your budget. All of a sudden now you have to pay for that. So even $5 is over your budget, $10 is over your budget. I totally understand that it's out of your budget, but let me see and show you what we do for your loved ones and why you should use our company. So you have to be able to know how to handle an objection, how to be able to handle when somebody says it costs too much or it's out of our, I'm trying to think of the word right now. It's out of our budget, for example, right? So you have to be able to know and figure that out. So, and also remember, figure out how much you're paying your staff, right? If you're paying your staff $15 an hour, you have to have at least a minimum of a $5 gap. That's what I always say. So if you're paying your staff $15, you better be charging a minimum of at least 21, right? Remember also, even if you have a $5 gap, when you have a business, you have to pay taxes. So even if your profit is at $5 per hour, you're really only going to be able to keep about $2.50 of that. And don't forget your monthly expenses, your staff expenses in the office, all these different things that you need to pay for, right? So, you want to be able to start paying attention. A good number to really look into, especially if you're starting off and you still feel weird to charge higher rates, like some of my companies do, then you can look at and stay around 22 to about $23 to $24 an hour. You can put yourself into that realm, and it will still kind of put you below what, like, for example, the franchise companies are charging out there, like the Visiting Angels, the Home Watch Caregivers, because they're always charging somewhere around between 24, 25 and even up, right? So choosing the right pay scale is also there for you. Also remember one thing is that some states, they have rules and laws in regards to overtime. So if you're charging, for example, somebody $20 an hour and you're paying the staff $15, if all of a sudden you can't find a replacement for that staff and they have to end up working overtime, you're gonna have to pay them time and a half. All of a sudden you lost your total revenue. You lost your profits. You're just really providing a caregiver and not making any money from that. So you need to know also the laws and the regulations in your area as well. And so that's where we actually tell you guys that you need to be able to put together a decent price structure for you. Now, here at Home Health Success Academy, we actually have our operations manual that actually helps you kind of calculate that. And if that's something that you're interested in, make sure you give us a contact. We can definitely provide that for you. That's available easily, that you have to just contact us. And so that's just my little insight in regards for payments, right? And making sure that you figure out how much you should actually charge. So like, I'll give you a quick example. In the Illinois area for our home care company, we charge between $27 to $29 an hour, right? But we don't just provide caregiving services. We don't just provide homemakers. We also provide a daily medication reminder, because if our caregiver is not there 24/7, if they're not there every day, if we're only providing, let's say, 4-hour services or 8-hour services, what happens is all our patients, gets a phone call in the morning at 9 o'clock, every single one of them, and everyone gets a phone call at 5 o'clock to remind them to take their medications. They get an automatic call from our company. And so that's a separate part that we do at Home Health Success Academy, that we provide services for home care companies. If they want all their clients to be able to get a call on a daily basis or a text message, they can get that actually to remind them to take their medications. Remember, medications non-compliance is one of the biggest reasons why patients end up in the hospital, and we don't really want our patients going to the hospital because that's lost revenue for us. So, by us telling a client or referral sources this is something that we do, it makes us different from other agencies. So it makes them make sense of why paying a little bit higher is better using our services. Another thing also that we provide, for example, is We provide free snow plowing. We plow the driveway of the clients. We plow the walkways of the clients if there is an inch or more snow during the winter time, right? And this is a service that we provide for free. Number one, it helps prevent any falls. Number two, it just clears the road and makes the family feel better so that the family doesn't have to go to their loved ones and plow it themselves if that ever happens. Because trust me, in the wintertime, nobody wants to go out and go to somebody's house just to plow it and go back home, right? No one wants to go out to the cold. So by us providing these type of services, it's something that we do more than even the franchise organizations, even the bigger companies, and allows us to be able to say, hey, this is why we actually have our company, and this is why we actually do that. And what makes us different from them is that we provide more services, which at the same time is, think about the Apple model, right? For the Apple computers, they have nicer computers. They provide a better experience. And so henceforth, they actually charge more than the typical average Acer Windows-based computers or Chrome-based computers, right? So, how can you create perception of why your company is actually worth more? What are you willing to do? What are you willing to give, right? And so that is one thing that you guys should start actually looking into a little bit more. So let me see here. I'm trying to add more things as much as possible as I can. So that's pretty much it. But all I can say is that I hope this video helped you guys out. If you have any more questions, we would love to hear from you guys. Make a comment down below. But here's the thing: if you want us to answer your questions, really, the best way to do it is just make a quick video, email it to us, and we would love to be able to answer any of your questions. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This is Michael with Home Health Success Academy. Always understand that home health marketing is easy when you know what you're doing. We want to be able to invite you to our 10xpatientreferrals.com, where we have our online home health marketing academy that's going to be able to help either a home health, home care, or hospice agency increase referrals, increase their census, and create a profitable company. Now, at this very moment, you're going to have access to these information through these training, marketing to physicians, how to get to hospitals, how to be able to get into nursing homes, and much, much more at a month-to-month basis with no contracts needed. It's just month to month. Now, guess what? We are offering you guys for a limited time 50% off any one of our plans. Just choose which one is going to be able to work better for you. So just stop by the 10xpatientreferrals.com at any given moment. So these are the plans that are available, whether it's the gold, the silver, or the platinum plan. Most people go for the gold plan, but it's up to you what's going to work for you. We definitely want to be able to have you come in and work with us. So here's two choices. Go to 10xpatientreferrals.com or click the link down below. Take advantage of this right now at this very moment and sign up with us. Now, before we continue on to the video, just need to be able to take a few seconds of your time. And so we want to be able to ask you a question. Are you looking to gain more referrals for your agency, your home health, your home care, your hospice agency? We want you to be able to join us at our online marketing bootcamp that has over 7.5 hours of training. When you actually watch our bootcamp and join our online marketing bootcamp training, so sign up for a limited time at 10xpatientreferrals.com. We would like to thank our sponsors of this video, and over here at 10xpatientreferrals.com, our goal is to provide you guys amazing information on every single one of our videos. So medicationreminderprogram.com provides daily medication reminders for your patients. They call your patients twice a day to remind them to take their medications. What happens is, a top reason of hospitalization for senior citizens is not taking their medications. So this program allows you to be able to keep your patients and not lose any revenue, but at the very same time, it allows you to stand out when you are marketing to other referral sources, because you're providing more services, more programs than the competition around you guys. The next thing we want to be able to share with you guys is they have 3 different packages available for you at this very moment. Choose which one works for you. If you're an agency that's just starting up and you have less than 10 patients, you can go with the silver plan. Or if you have 50 patients, you can go with the gold plan. Or if you have up to 100 patients, it is only the choice to use the platinum plan. But guess what? It's up to you which one works for you guys. For a cost of as little as 33 cents per patient a day, it is worth everything for you guys. The next thing is HomeCareAnsweringService.com. It's an answering services for your agency. So if you want to be able to have us handle all the calls for you in the weekends, or the off hours when your business office is closed, we can definitely do that. Or we can even answer your calls for you during the day as well. Allows you to be able to do everything for your company. So HomeCareAnsweringService.com is your solution for answering your calls on a timely manner.